Chapter 32. So these three men ceased to answer Job, because he was righteous in his own eyes. Then was kindled the wrath of Elihu, the son of Barachel, the Buzite, of the kindred of Ram. Against Job was his wrath kindled, because he justified himself rather than God. Also against his three friends was his wrath kindled, because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job. Now Elihu had waited till Job had spoken, because they were elder than he. When Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men, then his wrath was kindled. And Elihu the son of Barachel the Buzite answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old, wherefore I was afraid, and durst not shew you mine opinion. I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Therefore I said, hearken to me, I also will shew mine opinion. Behold, I waited for your words, I gave ear to your reasons, whilst ye search out what to say. Yea, I attended unto you, and behold, there was none of you that convinced Job, or that answered his words. Lest ye should say, we have found out wisdom, God thrusteth him down, not man. Now he hath not directed his words against me, neither will I answer him with your speeches. They were amazed, they answered no more, they left off speaking. When I had waited, for they spake not, but stood still, and answered no more, I said, I will answer also my part, I will shew mine opinion. For I am full of matter, the spirit within me constraineth me. Behold, my belly is as wine which hath no vent, it is ready to burst like new bottles. I will speak, that I may be refreshed. I will open my lips and answer. Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man. For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away. Here we have a fourth person who is going to try and talk to Job. And Elihu is somebody we haven't seen before. Where did he come from? Well, we have these three older gentlemen who are Job's friends, quote friends, who have shown up to offer comfort to him. And in that culture where these people were, these men would not have traveled on their own. They would have traveled, each of them, as part of a group. They would have been the leader, they would have had household retainers, they would have had servants, they would have had people that traveled with them from various areas to protect them against marauders of different types, sorts, and numbers. And Elihu was probably a member of the extended family of, or friend of, one of these gentlemen. And there were probably others. We only know about Elihu, though. And it says the Buzite, as with the other three gentlemen, each of whom was from a particular town, Buzite, was the name of a community, probably in Edom, which was the southern area on the east side of the Dead Sea. And so he probably came with somebody who had come from that area, although not necessarily. And there is a lot of imagery and poetry in this. And one of the ones that you might not have understood was he talks about he is as new wine. And when they made wine in those days, they would put the grape juice in goat skin sacks, sew them up, and in the fermentation process, if they didn't let the gas out, the gas would expand and explode the goatskin bag. They called them bottles. They weren't glass bottles, they were just goat skins. But the reason they used goat skins is that they didn't leak. They were waterproof. And so that was why they used those. And this young man is full of energy, and he basically says, I figured you guys would be able to, I was ashamed to say anything as I listened to Job. I thought you, my older brethren here, were wiser. But you haven't been able to answer anything that this man has said. And now I am so inspired with things that I want to say here that it's just bubbling out of me, and I just cannot stop. And so I want to say what I want to say. And we'll find out what he wants to say. And very often that's the way it is. Younger people are so full of the desire to contribute that very often the discretion that they might have when they see that things aren't going the way that the older people think they should go, they rush right in. Sometimes that's a good thing. We'll see what happens with Elihu here as he has his words.